Hey there, I'm Rita Bearcat. I'm a mixed media artist. Welcome. If you haven't been here before, I'm doing 30 days of art challenges in my art journal. And this time I'm working in a large art journal. This is one of my Art Foamies stamps that has this fun little flower with the little face. And I did it with ink because I wanted to get it on the page, but not have, I wanted to be able to color in the way that I wanted to do it instead of having the stamp do the lines for me. So it's just giving me my lines, and then I'm going through and adding some details with a Pitt pen. Now I sent these art journal challenges, well, they're actually just art challenges, to my subscribers. And there's 30 of them, and we are on day 17. It's hard to keep track. I've been doing so many videos, and I decided to do them on the videos, so on YouTube here. But anyways, this journal, this is a little file folder that I added into my journal, and I knew that I wanted to add something special in there. It's got a lot of fun background, lots of rainbow techniques and glitter and that kind of stuff. And so I wanted to make something special here by adding this little file folder inside my notebook. So right now I am taking acrylic paint and filling in some of those spaces. So I didn't want the stamp to, a lot of times, even when I use a stamp, I don't want it to look like a stamp in my project. For me, a stamp is just another tool to kind of speed the process along. So if you don't have a lot of time, at least that saves me the drawing time, and I can start from there versus starting from scratch. And that's what this one is about. So I just wanted to add this pretty little flower, this little rose in here. And so I'm just putting some details. So I decided to do some outlining with a small, fine paintbrush just so that I could see the lines better, because sometimes when you're doing things flat and you've got the lighting going on for the video, it's a little bit harder for me to see. So I went ahead and did the lighting first. But I wanted to do it in paint, and I didn't want to have those really thick outlines on the outside because I didn't want it to look like a stamp. I want it to look like a painting. And so this is a good way to use things like stamps. Just get your basic lining and then paint over it so that it doesn't look so much like just a stamp, like you just stamped it. So I'm using different colors of the same family. So using these monochromatic colors, there's still similar lighter and darker colors of the same family. And the thing is, when you're doing something like this, you don't need a lot of paint. And it's just very calming, I think, to me. So this journal is a canvas journal. It's 8.5 by 11. It's all canvas pages. And some of the pages are 6 inches wide. Some of the pages are the size of the journal, which is an 8.5 by 11. Which is a fun size to work with. Sometimes you want to do something a little bit bigger, and so that's what this one is. And so I added this little page by punching 2 holes, and you can see the ribbon there. That's what that is on the page there. To the left of the flower, the ribbons are what holds it in place. So I punched holes through the file folder and through the page just to add another fun little surprise, something that was, unexpected in the book. So when you turn the page, all of a sudden you've got this little file folder sticking out, which, I don't know, I like things kind of funky and kind of just surprising and different. So these canvas folders are also lined. A lot of our products are in the shop are lined. So there's 2 sides of canvas sewn together, plus the lining on the inside, so that the paint doesn't bleed through to the other side. And I didn't have to gesso it because it is canvas. So I'm just filling in the different colors. And knowing that, you know, I will add, you know, some shading. And then some lining. Now, this particular stamp, this rose stamp, is from my collection with Art Foamies. I do have this one in the shop. Art Foamies has it in the shop as well. And so all of the flowers, so I can't just do a flower. I always have to add like a little face to it. But I did give the option, the center of the flower pops out and you can do the little face, or you can do a regular flower. So if you wanted to just make a plain flower, you can do that as well. And sometimes I do both. I'll put a lot of plain flowers in the background and then I'll put the one in the center with the face. I did add a little bit of black to the face because I wanted to make sure that I did not lose the face in all of my painting, because the acrylic will cover the ink. So now I'm just adding some some leaves there. I do have stamps. I just didn't happen to grab them at this time, so I sometimes you have to improvise. So I'm painting my background while the flower is drying. And acrylic does dry pretty fast. And for the background, I'm using gelatos and adding a little bit of water to blend. So still in keeping with the other page that's behind it, which has got that rainbow kind of look to it. Now, if you haven't noticed already, I love color. I love a lot of color. So I like having fun with color and playing. And if you haven't seen the other videos, there are several videos before this, and there will be several after. We're kind of at the halfway point here of the 30 videos of art challenges. And if you like art challenges, I will put the link below. If you subscribe to my newsletter, I will send you those 30 art challenges to your inbox. And I promise you don't have to do them on YouTube. Unless you want to. So I tried to match up a little bit of what's going on underneath, because of course I don't want it to distract. I want it to complement what's going on already in the book. And that's once you start getting a lot of pages done in your art journals, you know, that's something that you want to think about is when somebody's flipping through your book, if they're looking at the pages, you want the pages to complement each other and look cohesive like one piece. And so as the pages start to get full, you have to think about, okay, what would look good here, and is it going to be cohesive to the book? Now, there are some people that don't even think about that, don't care about that. My journals, I do take them to shows with me, so I just feel like it needs to have a cohesive look. But what's nice about a journal is that, you know, it's yours and you don't have to show it to anybody if you don't want to. So it's all really up to you, but just something to keep in mind. So now I'm going in back with my fine paintbrush and doing the outlines. And you could if you had the basic shape, you could just paint the entire flower on the inside and then stamp on top of it once it was dry. And then you would probably just have to touch up the edges. For me, I don't mind painting in the little sections. It's very calming to me. It's just a part of the process and I like doing it. But everybody's different. Everybody likes doing things different ways. So that's just another option for you. You could just, you know, paint some blended colors in the center, stamp on top of it, and then touch up your edges and do your background differently. So right now I'm adding a little bit of Glitterific. So that's a product from Plaid that I absolutely love. Instead of having to use glitter, it's already done for you in a bottle and adds glitter to the page. On the background, I'm using some different colors of Glitterific. This one's a holographic, so it's pretty neutral. It can kind of go with anything. And then I went in there with another color that is more complementary to it. So for the leaves, I used one that was, you know, that had green glitter in it. And then I used the clear, and then I'm adding some with now blue in it for the flowers. Well, it's kind of like an aquamarine kind of color. And just adding it in different places to make that flower pop. And give it that little magical feel, and then it also blends in now with the background pages. And there you have it. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you like these types of videos, subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. And if you want the links sent to you, subscribe to the link below and I will send them to your inbox. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Da, da.